Hey, I'm Lydia, and in this video, I'll be showing you how I use resin to make these pumpkin jars that are perfect for fall and Halloween decor. Before we get started, tap the subscribe button so you never miss any of my resin tutorials. All right, so this is the mold I'll be using. It's a silicone 2-part mold that comes with a lid as well. I have it linked in the description box below, along with everything else that I used in this video. I'm also using alcohol ink, gold flakes, and epoxy resin from Art & Glow, which is a brand I've been using for years and I absolutely love them. And as always, I'm wearing my respirator mask and nitrile gloves for protection. This is a 1-to-1 ratio resin, and I just find that that's easier for me to use. Here I'm mixing it up so it's ready to pour. And if you want a step-by-step resin mixing tutorial, because I know it can be intimidating or tricky to get that mixture right, check out the video I have linked above and in the description box. Once I have the resin fully mixed, I add the alcohol ink. Now I'm going for more of a glass look, like a blown glass pumpkin. So I want my colors to be like really transparent. So I'm not adding a ton of ink here, but obviously depending on the color you want or the effect you want, you can add more ink or even acrylic paint. Now that I have the color the way I want it, I'm gonna add a little bit of the gold flake into the resin mixture and set it aside. Next, I'm gonna turn the mold inside out and apply some of the flake to the inside of the mold as well. Once that's done, I turn my mold right side in and pour my resin and set it aside to cure. After it's cured, I can take it out of the mold, and I absolutely love how this turned out. It has the glass-like effect I was going for, and it's gonna make a great fall accent piece. All right, let's move on to the second jar. For this one, I'll be using the Art & Glow glow powder. They have a whole line of glow powders that are absolutely amazing. But I'm starting out with mixing my resin, and then I'll be adding the glow powder according to the instructions on the package. Now I'm adding a little bit of mica powder to a small amount of the resin. I'm doing it this way to make sure that the mica powder fully blends with this smaller amount of resin before I add it to the larger container of it. I recommend doing it this way with any type of powder-based pigment that you use in your resin. It helps you avoid clumping or streaking of the pigments in the resin. You can also do it this way with the glow powder too. Once it's all mixed in, it's time to pour. I let it cure and I took it out of the mold, and I think the color is beautiful. Now, the one thing I will say about this is there is some micro bubbling towards the base of the pumpkin, and I don't really know why. This is a mystery to me. If you know how to avoid this, let me know in the comments below. But I'm not even too worried about those because it is a Halloween type vibe, so it's not really that big of a deal, but I would love to know what caused it and how I can avoid it in the future. All right, now let's turn off the lights and check out the glow of this pumpkin. The glow on this is amazing, and I feel like the camera isn't even doing it justice at all. I love how the blue is kind of spooky, kind of ghostly as well, and I'm really glad that I went with this color. But Art & Glow has a whole line of glow powders, so you can choose the color that works best for your project. So here's how I'm using the pumpkin jars. For the orange pumpkin, I found some artificial flowers at the Dollar Tree and I arranged them inside of the jar, and I placed it on the entryway table of my home. So I'm using it as a fall accent piece. For For the blue pumpkin, I'm using it as a present for one of my daughter's teachers. So she loves Halloween, so we're gonna fill it with candy and a note from my daughter, and then she can bring it in to the teacher, and it'll be a special little present from her. There are so many ways to use these jars, and if you happen to make this project, please let me know in the comments below how you use them. And if you want to get some more resin crafting ideas, watch this video next.